So, Sam, if doing this again, what would you do differently?
Differently, I would spend more time in rehearsals, reading over our scripts, working on the physical theatre, and also the movement cues and the changing of the scenes, sound effects, having changing of the sound effects, and also making sure that everyone is listening to everyone's ideas and having kind of respect for them, even if the idea does sound a bit boring and a bit conventional. Still try to have some respect for someone's perfect ideas. Don't just shut it down because you have a personal dislike for that person, or just shut it down in general. Listen, see how it goes, and don't work because so many people in the group had great ideas. We executed them, when then we didn't bother to change it. We just threw it out because we didn't like it. And also another thing, having more screen time for every individual person, because this project had 20 to 15 minutes. That's a perfect amount to make sure everyone gets their due bit of screen time. Everyone has their own due. And that's the one thing is though, people were like have had more screen time than others. And to my own kind of opinion, that wasn't really kind of fair. Because you're not allowing this actor to actually have an equal amount to do. Because if you just want to be if you had a monster's ego and you just wanted to showboat you and demonstrate how good you are, then why don't you just do this project on your own and not bother help with a group? As a group, as an individuality, as a unit, as a company, you have to make sure that people are on their game, listening communicatively, putting 100% effort in all they do, and also making sure that everyone has their own individual screen time. Because really, like 3 minutes is not enough to develop a character. You need more from that. But obviously, since that we had a time restriction of 20 or 15 minutes along a piece, we had to we it was like more people had more screen time than others, and others didn't have enough screen time but still had an impact, but not enough to make it memorable. We That's what I would do differently. I will make sure that everyone has their own individual screen time to develop their character. I'll add more songs, singing. Children like musicals. They like singing and pantomime. I would have added a little bit more songs to the actual performance to make it more well, okay. The physical theatre and the dance pieces and the dance fighting was brilliant. I would make sure that we practice it a little bit more to get on shape, like to not just good to brilliant levels. But unfortunately, hey, that's what I would change. But I would add more songs, have like memorable moments between characters. Make Sophie's father actually have a little bit more screen time instead of just saying, "Okay, get you these shoes, goodbye, good night." No, maybe we'll sing a lullaby to her, Sophie, and tuck her into bed. Have a warming scene between father and daughter before the magical adventure that is this story unfolds. And obviously, the Giants did have a song, but maybe have like the BFG and the dad have a little bit more to do. That's something I would change. Make everyone have equal screen time, and have their own kind of theme, their own arc. But obviously, with the time restriction, we didn't really have enough time to do that. But I would add songs and make sure that every character has their own individual screen time, and make sure that every character and everyone is listening and being respectful of other people's ideas if the individuals in question don't like them. Respect is needed. Respect and a workmanship mentality, because if we can't get along, if this person is being too rude or this person is being too lazy, it's not going to work. You have to put aside your differences to come together to form a common goal. That's necessary. That's what I would change. If someone wasn't pulling their weight, I'll take them on side and just tell them, okay, you're not pulling your weight. Why is that? Okay, but let's listen to your ideas and see how they go. I'll be more diplomatic, not just shut someone down and move on. That's not how you get your team to have morale and the will to do anything if you're shutting them down all the time or bashing them over the head. That's not how you gain respect of other people if you berate them for the mistakes. Let them show the error of their ways, or let them actually have a voice. It's not just one person's, it's a company of a couple of people performing a play to children. It's not one band army. So yeah, that's what I would change.